This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, there we go. Let's start. Last class, we started reporting. We have seen that report is nothing but it's a representation of a data in a required format is called report. There are 4 types of reports available: tabular, summary, matrix, join. Yesterday, we have seen tabular report. It's a basic rows and column. There is no grouping. You cannot draw a chart with it, right? Then we converted the report to what? Summary. Whenever you convert a report to summary, you would be able to see grouping coming in. How many groupings are possible? 3 groupings are possible. Yesterday we grouped by city, we grouped by stages, and then we grouped by Telangana deal type. What is the type of deal? Then we went ahead and created what? A chart. There are 7 types of charts available. What are those? There are 2 types of bar charts: horizontal, vertical. Then we have pie chart, donut chart, line chart, funnel chart, scatter chart. This is scatter chart, dot, 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 dot. Now let's go ahead and do it, right? I say, right, Rupam @of109.com, password CRM 1234 hash, right? Today, we will, for the first 10-15 minutes, we will focus on the chart. How to create this chart with a single value, with a multiple value. Yesterday, we created with a single value: state, city, revenue. Single value, city, I just had got the revenue. That's it. Let's go ahead. No, thank you. Report. I click on report. I click on the report that we created yesterday. OPP summary, right? This is what we created. Here you can see that there's a single value. What is the value? Revenue. The value is revenue. Revenue. When I place my mouse over it, New York, right? You can see that 55% of my revenue, 34,40,000 is coming from where? From New York, right? Chicago, 9,15,000 from Chicago, right? Then Portland, 4,20,000, single value. I click on customize. It brings me to the report builder screen. The system brings me to the report builder. Remember that in real time, right? End users will not have this customize button. They cannot do all these things. They can only run the report. They click the report, report comes. They click the report, report comes. That's it. They cannot come and change this graph. They cannot change, drag columns. They cannot do all these things. All these are part of requirement, which you would be doing it, right? Now, let's go ahead. I say edit chart once again. Now, suppose I want to plot a multiple value. Multiple values can be plotted in a bar chart, line chart, scatter chart. Where is the dotted one? Okay. I take line chart. In line chart, you see that one line. Billing cities x-axis. In the y-axis, we have, so billing city, x-axis, you can see Austin, Chicago, Lawrence, this is x-axis. X-axis. This one is y-axis, where you see the values, right? Now, suppose I say plot additional value. Now I can bring, right? What are the things we have? Let us say, okay. So plot additional value, group by billing city, right? See how this graph is changing. Definitely you're not able to understand what's happening. Sudden it's changing like this. Now let's understand this. There are 2 ways you can group by. Multiple values can be plotted in 2 ways. Number 1, if you go ahead and in this numerical value, if you summarize multiple, right? There are two ways multiple values can be plotted. What is a multiple value? In one graph, I want to see revenue, count, minimum, maximum. City Hyderabad. X-axis is common, Hyderabad. In the y-axis, I want to see three values. Hyderabad, revenue 90,000, minimum 10,000, maximum 6,000, average 4,000. That means Hyderabad will have how many values? 4 values Hyderabad has. Whatever the graph that you have seen yesterday, Hyderabad has only one value, revenue. New York has only one value, revenue. So whenever there is a one value, x-axis is same. On the y-axis, if you're plotting one value, then you can select a pie chart, donut chart, right? And funnel chart. These three charts can be plotted only with single values. Hyderabad city, minimum. All the city minimum will show. Maximum, all the city maximum will show. But whenever you want two values, Hyderabad city, minimum, maximum, two, then you cannot take a funnel chart, you cannot take a pie chart, you cannot take a donut chart. Everyone clear what I'm trying to explain? If you don't follow, ask. In real time, this will not that easy the way I'm showing you. It'll be quite tough. For training, everything looks good. But reality, you come to know only after marriage. Right? Till the time girlfriend, everything will be good. The time you get married, then she will show the chukkals. Arundhati nakshatra chupistadi. Right? Same thing here. Now I'm showing you all simple, but when it comes to the real time, things will change. That is the reason people says that, sir, they are asking real time scenarios. So I will give you homework, a real time homework. Then Arundhati, right? So now, whenever you want to plot a single value, x-axis will always remain single. It is only the y-axis where the value changes from single to multiple. There are two ways to do multiple value plotting. There are two ways we can plot a multiple value. Number one, by summarization. Write down multiple values plotting. There are two ways to plot multiple values. Number one, summarization. There are two ways to plot multiple values. Number one, summarization. Number one, summarization. That includes sum, average, maximum, minimum. That includes sum, average, maximum, minimum. Sum, average, maximum, minimum. So, how many are there? 4. Max 4. Write down. Whenever you are plotting multiple values, there are two ways. Number one, summarization. In front of that, put a bracket, put 4. That means max you can have 4 lines or 4 bars, right? 4 bars, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar. Each x-axis will have 4 bars. Each data of x-axis. In the x-axis, what you have? Cities. Hyderabad, New York, New Delhi. Each one of these will have how many max? 4. Red bar, green bar, blue bar, black bar. Red bar, green bar, blue bar, black bar. Red bar, green bar, blue bar, black bar. Each one of them will have 4, 4, 4, 4. Right? So maximum value, how much you can plot? 4 with summarization. Right? Next, second way, by grouping. By grouping. By grouping. Bracket how many? 3. Because there are 3 groupings. So you can have only 3, not more than that. You cannot have more than that. So there are 2 ways you can plot a multiple value. Either by summarization or by grouping. Now let me show by first summarization. I click on apply. Now I go ahead and click on edit chart. We will take the simple bar chart, which is quite simple for you to understand. Now it is showing 1:1 value. One city, one bar, all blue. Whenever I say one bar, color, all blue color bar. Now, this is showing what? Which city, how much revenue? Currently, it's showing what? Total revenue of the city. City revenue. Now I will say plot additional value. Right? Immediately you see that second bar comes called green. It's small, I know that. You're not able to see. But if you see that after the blue, there's a green shade. Right? What do you want to plot? Average. Add additional value. What do you want to plot? Largest. Add additional value. What do you want to plot? Smallest. Total, how many bars are there? Blue for sum, green for average, orange for largest, purple for, sorry, largest, smallest, purple for smallest. One city will have how many now? 4 colors. Like this, if there are 20 cities, then there will be 20 into 4. These many bars will be there. Everybody is able to understand. Yes or no? Now I go ahead and I click OK. You see that? See, every city will have how many lines? 4 lines. Austin has 4. See, Chicago has 4. Lawrence has 4. Mountain View has 4. New York has 4. Paris has 4. Portland 4. Tucson 4. So that is the reason I told you by summarization maximum how much? 4 lines only we can draw. See, multiple values. Able to understand everyone? Yes or no? Right? How to plot a multiple values? In interview they will ask you. We can plot multiple values in 2 ways. One by summarization. When we do summarization, we can have only sum, max, min, average. Only 4. And these are the 4 bars. When you run the report, each component, New York, blue, this is the revenue. 34,40,000. Green, average, 3,44,000. Next, largest, 9 lakh is the largest deal. So if I compare this, the largest deal I'm getting from where? Chicago, or both same. Right? Here also I'm getting big deal. Here also I'm getting big deal. In the 2 cities I'm getting big deals. And then the smallest. How many values are there now? We have plot multiple values here. Earlier, when you take a donut chart, you cannot show 4 values. You can show only one value, either the sum or the average or the largest or the smallest. Any one. You cannot put 4 there because their colors means cities, because there is no x-axis. So green color means New York, red means this. Right here, colors doesn't mean cities, color means values. Ardhamautunda? Yes. So this is the way. Now same thing, can I plot with a line? Yes. Blue line. One blue line will come like this. Then I will say that, right? Blue line is here what? Sum. Green line, average. Orange line, purple line, smallest. See, with a line also you can plot multiple values. Next, the last one. What is that? Scatter with a dot. Scattered chart are nothing but dotted chart. Dot, 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 dot. With a dot also you can plot. Blue dots, sum. Green dot, average. Orange dot. So, right? You can plot multiple values only with these 3 charts. Write down. What are those multiple values chart? Number 1, bar. Multiple values chart. Number 1, bar. Number 2, line. Number 3, scatter. Bar, line, scatter. Bar, line, scatter. Bar, line, scatter. Right? Bar, line, scatter. Clear? Right? Everybody understood? Now, this is what? By summarization. This is what? Now, I can also do it by grouping. You can either do by summarization or by grouping, not both. I want sum as well as by grouping. No, either you should have summarization or grouping. You cannot mix them. Now this is what I showed you using summarization. Now once again I'm clicking on customize. I will edit this report. Do you want me to edit or create a new one? Doesn't make any difference. Edit, edit. Now this time you see that group by is what? Blank. I didn't select anything. As soon as I select group by, immediately these will be gone. So that how it's coming up now, right? I can prod, so remove. Here it is. Group by, first group by billing city, then group by stage. So that how many lines came in? 2. If you can see, right? Wait. Next, billing city by stage. Keep watching. By, okay, wait. Okay, first let us see. Now, here sum of the amount. By billing city, by stage. Keep watching first how the graph comes. Can you see multiple values? Right? You see different colors. In Chicago, there are 3 actually. Let's do one thing. Let's remove the background. Background is creating a problem. Background, white to white. Now it will be good. You'll be able to see. Right? So I go ahead and I say run report. See here. Each cities has see 2 lines. Here 2 lines. Chicago has 3. Purple, yellow, green. You can see the graphs are very small, right? New York has how many? More than that. Orange, right? Then we have blue, then what is that? Indigo, then green, and this sky blue. All girls color, different types of blues, right? Perfect. Now you see that, right? Each color is representing what? Stages. This green, close stays. Highest closing is where? New York. Next, which place we have next closing? Chicago. In Chicago, the second. In remaining places, deals వస్తున్నాయి but close అవ్వట్లేదు. Deals coming in but it's not getting closed. So you see that here also multiple values are there. So multiple values can be plotted by using a summarization or by a grouping. This is by grouping. This is by what? Grouping. What is this? These are the grouping column. You drag and drop the stage, right? I can go ahead and I want to see, right? Once again, I'm going and customizing it. I want to go ahead and I want to see, right? Edit the chart. I want to see by deal type Telangana style, right? You are getting a choice. You can take stack. This is called stacked. You know what is a stack graph, right? Don't know? Papam. Okay. In the single bar, now we are getting multiple bars. In one bar, colors will be there. Rather than having 4 bars, that 4 bar will be combined together to with a 1 bar, one green, one red, one blue, one black. That whole one colors will be taken here, green, blue, black, in a single bar. We call them as stacked graph. Stacked graph are nothing but multiple bars are combined together to form one bar. We call them as stacked. These are stacked. You can see stacked, S-T-A-C-K-E-D, right? Stacked, 100% stacked to the percentage, whatever it is, right? Now let's see, let's understand this, right? Okay, not a problem. We'll understand this also. There's nothing hard in life. It's all that we need to understand. That's it. Now, how do you see? See, earlier there were multiple lines. Now, how many lines are there? Single line. See, how many Kirak deals? See, right? 30 lakh 75,000. Small deals, 3 lakhs, small. In the single bar, 80% of my deal in New York is crack deal. Only 20% of my deal is same thing. If you do in a bar chart, this purple line will come here. Yellow, pakkana purple vastadi. Now that purple has gone on the top in a single line. This is called stacked. All is same. It is the way you look the data, right? So if somebody says stack chart, then you have to understand that this type of stack is, there is no separate chart called stack. Stack comes only when you group by. It is there in the bar. Inside the bar, we have a stack. Clear everyone? Yes or no? Multiple value plotting, customize. Next, edit. Oh, see, stack comes when you group. When you don't group, see, stacks are disabled. Stack is completely disabled. Stack comes only when you say buy this, then the stack comes. In the stack, you can plot, right, additional sum, right? See, I'm using a second axis. What is the second axis? This is X, this is Y. X, Y. Another this side, I'll put another Y. There are two Y's now. This side one Y, this side one Y. Here, two side Y's will be there, and in the center, X is there. X will be city. This Y side, I will say revenue. Whenever I say revenue, it is in what? Lakhs. 34 lakh is the highest. Whenever I say count, count is in lakhs? No. 10 deal, 15 deal. So this axis will say 10, 15, 20, 30. This axis will say 0, 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 50 lakh. Two axes. Able to understand? Whenever you want two axes, you have an option called as add second axis. Right? It will get little complex now. Two axes. I'm adding the second axis. I will say record count. See that? Now I'll show you what is this. See, two axes. Run. One, there are two y-axis now. X-axis remains same, but the y-axis has two. One side is revenue, this side is count. Revenues, can you measure in 1, 20, 10, 20, 30? No, because revenues is measured in 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs. So it's all, see, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 30 lakh, 40 lakh, 50 lakhs. But whereas count, I don't have so many opportunities. Counts are in what? Right? Record count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Two axes. Whenever you want two axes, then you go by the way that I showed you. Plot second axis. Ardhamautunda? Yes or no? I know this is quite confusing. Second axis is quite confusing. But when you do this, see the video again, do it by yourself, you'll understand. See, this side, count. Count means number of opportunities. One opportunity, you can put an amount called 50 lakhs. Second opportunity, you can put amount called as 30 lakhs. Total, how many opportunities are there? Two, let's assume. I want to see both in a graph. Revenue plus count. Revenues are talking in lakhs. Counts are talking in not even in tens, in only ones. I don't have 30, 40. How many I have? Two. Two is in which place? One's place. Whereas the revenue is in which place? Lakhs place. One's, tens, 100,000. See that both will not match. That's the reason here 2, 4, 6, 8. It's in one's place. Whereas y-axis, there are two y-axis. X remain the same. Where line shows the count. Bar shows the sum. Right? Kirak deal, Top deal, Manchi deal, Tupel deal, something. It's showing this. You see, this is the sum of Kirak deal. Total revenue is how much? 30 lakh 75,000. What is the count? Total, you can see that there are 10. 10 deal is giving you total sum of 30 lakhs. Now able to understand? So the line is showing you the count, bars are showing you the type of deal, type of Telangana type, it's showing type of deal. Now suppose this side, if I take average, now what will happen? Here also in lakhs, average are also in lakhs. Then this both x-axis, y-axis will club together. Y-axis will get separate if the tens changes. Here ones place, this side lakhs place. Hence it is separated. Both are in lakhs place or both are in tens place, both are in ones place. Then you will get a single. That is what you are getting whenever I click on customize, right? Whenever I click on edit chart, see now you have two, here one side, here one side. As soon as I change from count to largest, right? Where is the other axis? Both the axes got combined. That's the reason you can see that how the axes are getting, the graph is getting shrinked and both the axes are touching each other. Y1, Y2, both are touching each other, right? See, I'll open. Able to understand, guys? Yes or no? What I did?
Rupam?
Okay, not a problem. Yes, online, any doubt?
Yeah, the line graph is showing the total number of records in that particular city, or is it grouped by?
It's
It is.
particular city. It is showing by city, by type, by revenue, by count.
Suppose I want to find out the total number of Kirak deals in New York City.
Yep, here it is.
So,
What is that? Yellow is crack. So here is the answer.
yellow is Kirak, but how many number of records
New York,
are there? So which
right?
line, at what point of line we need to check?
Right. If you say that now this line is showing total count.
Yes,
It is
that is what.
not differentiating the count of how
If we
many
want to
crack deal,
group
how many
by.
top deal. In that case, right? Right. That's a good question. Right. In that case, what you will do? Edit. Right. Count will give you, right? Here, it doesn't give a count of a grouping. This is one of the limitation of this report. You will get a total count, but you will not get a count of grouping in multiple plotting. Count of this will come only when you say record count, right? By type. Now you get your answer. Now you get your answer. Here is your answer. Tell me, right? By you get your answer. Which city you want? Which city? What you want?
New York and Kirak deal.
New York, Kirkdale, Paris, Paris, Paris,
New
right?
York is sky blue.
So you have right here Kirkdale. See the color. This is the New York. New York has 3 Kirkdales.
Okay.
See? You have to play with the graph,
Okay.
right? I know
So
it's taking time for you to understand. It will.
Do you can conclude that the grouping only works for one axis? If we add multiple axes, then we
Yes.
cannot get grouping.
Then the grouping is only for one axis. Correct.
Okay. So is it for all all free trials, or if it is paid, can we get that? I mean, is
Whether
it
it's a
limited by
paid, whether it's a free, it's all the same.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Right? See, it is the way we want. She wanted in separate way. That's the reason I immediately changed it. Right? Everybody would have a different requirement. Right? So what they want, she wants to know not the total count, not 10. She want to split that 10 into 2 Kirak, 7 Munchie deal, 4. Total sum should be 10. She want to split that 10 into deal types. That's what I did. Deal types and then the city. Deal type to Mountain 1, New York 2, Paris 1, Portland 1, right? Like this. Chicago 2. I'm splitting the deal type. I can do the same thing in stack. Here, Here, deal type is in x-axis. I want to put city in x-axis and I want to create a stack. In the stack, I want to show. So, in the down New York, one bar will come. In that bar, see, so many requirements. We can do everything in Salesforce. The only thing is that you should know how to do it. That's it. Right? So, x-axis, y-axis. I have New York. Coming to your question, lady, whoever has asked. Currently, what I was showing, right? I can take only one bar. In this one bar, it will be like this. I will say purple for Kirak, green for, right, Tupel deal, and this one, red for Manchi deal. I can have. What type of graph this is? Stacked. What type of graph this is? Stack. This is called stack graph. You can also build like this, right? Whatever you have asked, New York City, how many what? You can also build stack. Now what I did? Now, right? What I did? City was not here. City was not here. Here I said, city was not here. In this place, I have just put what? Deal type. I just put deal type. And then city was showing as a count here like this, right? New York 2. I was showing like this. This is the way I was showing. 1 bar, red for New York, right? This is for Tucson. This is for this. I was showing you like this. Crack deal. Here one more. Manchi deal. The way you want to see the data, it's completely on you. You can see like this also. Able to understand? Yes or no, guys? Right? You need to go ahead and practice this. This color stand for New York.
So the complexity increases with the stack pane if we want to get
Yep,
the total sum along with the number of records, right?
that's correct.
Yeah.
Right? This is Tucson. So it was, I was doing like this. Each color representing how much. You can change this to stack. It's all the business requirement. I don't want to confuse you more, right? The only thing is that you have to go ahead and you have to start playing with this on Saturday and Sunday. Play everything and see the difference, what's happening, right? Record count by city. I've changed by city, right? I'm keeping as it is, right? Second axis. So here it is. Each city, right? Each city, what are the deal? Here I've taken stages. Edit. I've taken what? Stage. Stage I can take Telangana style. Now it will show, right? Total number of count. This blue line is showing count. Somebody is feeling sleepy. The blue line is showing count. And these bars are showing what? Yellow mean Kirak. All the yellows are Kirak. All the greens are Bacha. All the purples are Top. So Top deals are in which city more? In New York, all Tops are in New York. Simple word. All Tops are in New York. Right? Next, all Kiraks and Tops are in New York. 3 plus 2, 5. 5, how much is coming up here? It's showing the largest amount because I have taken line as what? Largest. If you want, you can show count. In the place of largest, record count. Now it will show you the count. total count. Total how much? 5. See that 3 plus 2. 5. Here is a 5. The count. Kirak. So these many Kirak deals. I can do in multiple ways. The lady you asked, so that's the reason I'm taking your example only. I'm doing it. Whoever asked me from the online. See, city split into deals. However, the total I can see. Clear? You have to
Can
play
we do
around with
one
this
last
graphs,
one,
guys.
please?
Sorry?
Can we do one last one, please?
You want me to do one more?
Yeah, I just want to find out. Say, suppose there are
You
4 Kirak
1 minute,
deals
1 minute,
in.
please.
Yeah,
1 minute. One small
sure, sure.
request. Saturday and Sunday, you have a complete day to find out.
Sure, sure. I'll try
Take this
that. If I
graph.
don't get it, I'll
You
ask.
can go ahead, play around with it, because in your finding out, story, people here will be get lost, right? Because you know what you are trying to find out. Other people are just looking at the graph and thinking what she's trying to find out, right? And
Okay.
I'm able to understand because I know the subject, and you are able to understand because that is your requirement. But others neither know your requirement, neither know the subject. Hence, in between your requirement, these guys are getting confused. అసలు ఏం జరుగుతుంది, ఆయన ఏం చేస్తున్నాడు? Yes or no?
Sure.
Tell me if I'm wrong, then tell me. This is what is happening, right? If you have any of your specific requirement, please practice it.
Yeah.
See,
Sure,
I don't
sure.
want to say no. If I say no, then you will say sir is not doing. నేను అడిగితే ఆయన చేయట్లేదు. ఇప్పుడు మీరు అడిగితే నేను చేస్తే రిమైనింగ్ ఆల్ విల్ గెట్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్డ్.
No, no, I get it. I get it, Rupam. I'll try to. I was just
If you don't
thinking of
mind.
something else. Yeah, yeah. No problem. I get it.
Yep. So see, everybody in their brain has your own way to see it. Whatever you want to see, you practice. Getting it? Because others' requirement you might not be able to understand what is there in his or her brain. But I'm able to understand because this is my day-to-day work. As soon as she told me, I was trying to create different ways. I'm showing her same Grak deal. I'm trying to show her in a different ways. Sometimes like this, sometimes like that. But you guys are thinking what's happening, right? So thank you. Questions? If you have a questions, ask. Right? Any questions? అర్థమైతే కదా questions are. అంతేనా? Tell me frankly, how many of you didn't understood? Hey, wait, online. I'm coming there. Wait. Tell me. Don't worry. Raise your hand. 1, 2. Remaining on top. అర్థమైందా లేదా? Bidda, I'll call you here now. Except this 2, I will call anyone now here. Let me tell you how many of you didn't understood. 2 people have admitted that they didn't understood. Remaining all understood? Yes? Yes? Who is saying yes? I know Jura Nenu. Whoever said yes, come. I'll give you one requirement. You will do? Confidence, you do. Look confident. That's okay. Say, no issues. Okay. Once again, I'll do it for the second time. We're running out of time. Once again, I'll do it. This graph, you can build any way you want. Whichever way. If you think simpler graph, you can build simple graph. If you want to build complex graph, you can build complex graph. Right? I cannot just show you a simple and leave the class and go away. That is the reason I started this simple. Then I started taking the complex. As soon as I came to complex, top leshipoyindi. Half of the tops are gone. Right? So let us see the graph again. We'll do it. Don't worry. Another 10 minutes will waste. Right? We will see it again. I will do it from the scratch. I'm coming out of this report. Save. Right? Close. Save and close. From the ground zero I'm doing. New report. Right? What type of report? Rupam, why are you taking opportunity only? Somebody can ask me. Because in opportunity only you have numbers. Revenue, $20, $50. In accounts, do I have a number? In lead, do I have a number? In case, do I have a number? No. In this opportunity only, I have numbers. There is a field called as revenue, which I can sum. I can sum the revenue. I can find the minimum of it, maximum of it. That is the reason I'm taking opportunity table. There is no other way. My life would have been more easy if I have taken account table. This story would have not come. But still, I have not taken account table, contact table. I have not taken case table. Then this class would have been completed in one day. Graph would have come very easily because there is no values, only number of counts. You should have only count of cases, count of account, count how many accounts from Hyderabad, how many accounts. You will have only count. But here, count plus revenue, total revenue. There is a two fees. That's the reason I'm taking here. I'm taking the complex one so that you learn from this opportunity. Create. First thing is that you'll create tabular. Remove all. What are the things I need? Right? Name. City. Account name is done. Next, city. I'm searching city. Billing city. Next, what do you want? Stage. Which stage they are in. Next, source. How did this deal came to us? By partner, by walk-in, by web, by word of mouth. Last, I'm taking amount. This is a tabular. I'm not creating any bucket field. You know how to create a bucket field. I'm not creating it. Right? I save this first. Save. What is that? OPP TAB tab 2. I'm saving where? Here. I click on save. Right? I remove all time. Complete data will be pulled now. 36 records are pulled. 36 deal. I will change this to only one for now. Only sum. Total 62,67,023. Right? Don't worry. If you're not able to see the numbers, leave it. Here is the total number. Right? 62,000, 60, right? 62,67,023. Perfect. Now, graph is not there in tabular. You change it to summary. Automatically add graph comes in, but the button is not activated unless until you do a grouping. Now we will group by what? City. I'm doing only one level grouping. Immediately the add chart get activated. I click on add chart. Whenever you want single value, take this 3. Whenever you want multiple value, take this 3. Yes, multiple value is bar, line, one more has to come here, scatter. I don't know where it's went. Right? Here you can see pie, donut, funnel. Single value, this. More than one value, these. Can I plot single value in this? Yes. All the charts support single value. Multiple value is supported only by the first 3. Single value is quite simple. You want to plot a single value, funnel. X-axis, billing city. There is no x-axis, y-axis. Only 2 values. City, sum of the amount. Right. Click OK. Here we go. Your graph comes in. As simple as that. When you place your mouse over it, nothing comes. For that, edit. Where you have to go? Formatting. Check that box. Enable hover. Then you place your mouse. Automatically the value will come. Okay. I place my mouse. See, values are coming. Chicago, New York. See, 7%, 23%, 7%. See, 40%. See, 11%. One color is showing one city. Single value. Color is city, right? Single value. Edit. Formatting. You want to show the values? Show the values. show the percentage. Values plus percentage, only percentage. It will show only percent, 23%, like this. Once again, I'm repeating from 0. Everybody should be able to understand. See, 40%. You don't place the mouse, then also it's 40%. You place the mouse, 40%. Right? Edit. Formatting. If I show value, show the value. Till here it's clear? Single value, you change the graph to donut. No problem at all. Everything is same again. Come here, show the values, percentage. Same thing. This is New York now. Only the style has changed. Single value. These are all single value graphs. Perfect. Till here everything is good. Single value is really good. Easy to do. Okay. Same thing. Here is see New York. Single value. Either you can show total revenue or you can show count. Here I'm showing what? Revenue. I'm showing the money. If you want, you can change it to count. There are only two numbers. Perfect. I want both revenue and count. I want both revenue and count. In the single anyone, either amount or count. If you select count, system will show count now. It is no more showing money. You see 25%. Here you see that array amount and the you cannot see either amount or count. If you want to see both, then in this case you have to take what? Either line or bar. Easy to understand is bar. Here I am saying count. Additional value. Here I will say, right, now billing city, right? See, both are showing count. Count. Here I will say amount. Immediately down also change amount. I say add column. I don't have any other option. Unless and until, because you have grouped by only city. You have to put one more grouping to enable this. One more grouping I have to enable. With me, currently, I have only billing city, sum of the amount. Right? I don't have a group by now. Right? Here I have to group by city. So, okay. Right? So, you see that I have group by city. Now I will say group by read source. Now, how many groupings are there? 2. Add chart. Now you get this. Whenever you add the second grouping, then only you can plot second value. One grouping, one value. Two grouping, two values. Now I'll say by city, plot additional, right? Here I will say count, right? Okay, here also I'm getting count, second axis, right? Because in one axis you cannot have both, right? So I'm taking what? Two axes. In one I'm taking revenue and other I'm taking count. One axis I'm taking revenue, another axis I'm taking count. Two values. Able to understand? Because I want to group by city only. X-axis city, group by city. X-axis city, group also by city. Then I will get, this is the way you have to draw. Simple, guys. These bars are showing you what? Revenue. The line is showing you count. Two values can be plotted. Right? Remaining, now if you add more grouping, your confusion will increase. As you add more groupings, now I have only record count. As I add more groupings and more summary, in summary I have minimum, maximum. So now you can start plot additional will come. If you, because now only sum is there. Now I go ahead and I say here, I go ahead summarize sum. I'm taking average 2. This can be also plot in the graph now. Now I go ahead and click on edit chart. Right here, you see that average things comes. Right? By lead source, by city, right? You can have, the more you take, the more it will come. Whatever you increase there, these you can see here, right? Simple. Do this Saturday, Sunday, explore more. There are 100 scenarios. You have to explore a couple of them so that you get adjusted with the graph. ఏం చేస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది, right? Till it is clear. Remaining Saturday and Sunday practice. Still it's not clear. Monday we'll see. It will never be clear till the time you do it, guys. If you just listen, it will not be clear. మీరు చేస్తేనే clear అవుతుంది. Unless until you do by yourself, this will not be clear. Once again I'm telling it, right? Perfect. Okay, now I'm remove the graph, delete, right? I'm going back to my old report called as tabular here, right? Write down next matrix, write down matrix report, matrix report. Start taking the notes. Matrix report. What is a matrix report? Complex report. ఇది ఇంకొక చుక్క. Complex report with grouping at, there's nothing on the screen. Complex report with a grouping at row and column. Complex report with a grouping at row and column. Row ke సచ్చిపోయాం. ఇప్పుడు now grouping is at column also. Complex report with a grouping at row and column with a grid of summary, with a grid of summary, with a grid of summary is called matrix report. With a grid of summary is called matrix report. Kyolo. That's it. Right. Sure. Okay, tale. Flight boshe message karo. Right. It's a boarding time. My wife is boarding. Remember that in world, if you have three things, you can break any rule of this earth and nobody will stop you. Number one, if you have a small baby with you, you can do anything. Number two, if you have a dead body along with you, nobody will stop you. Road, you block, you dance, nobody will stop you. Third is God. You put a Ganesh idol or a Durga idol at the back and you do anything, right? Nobody will ask you permission. Nobody will scold you, array roadblock chestunnam, nothing. With these three things, you can break any rule of the earth, right? They will stop the traffic signal. They will let you go first if you have a kid, or if you're traveling with a dead body, they will stop. First they will pass. Three things in this world: kids with a small baby, with a god idol, and with a dead body. You can do anything. You can break security rules, right? Okay. My wife is carrying a small baby, so that's the reason she's telling me. She's already 11:40. She should be in the plane. She just reached the airport now, it seems. But still, they are running with her. The airport people are running with her, holding the luggage and everything, right? Madam, leave security check. Come this side. Check చేసుకుని side నుంచి pass it. Because అదే ఇప్పుడు మీరు వెళ్తే ప్లీజ్ ఫ్లైట్ వెళ్ళిపోయింది, you came late, get close, next flight book a ticket. So anyhow, fine. Okay, Right, where we were, right? We were in the matrix report. What is a matrix report? Report with a grouping at a row level and a column level with a grid summary is called matrix report. Write down the properties. Number one, grouping at row and column. Grouping at row and column. Grouping at row and column. Number two, max 2 grouping at row and 2 at column. Maximum. Max 2 grouping at row, 2 at column. Total 4. How many groupings can be done in matrix? 4. How many grouping can be done in summary? 3. There 3. Here 4. 2 column, 2 rows. Next, grid appears. Next, grid, G-R-I-D, grid. Grid appears with summary. Grid appears with summary. Right? Full stop. Data is pushed towards the right side. Data, full stop, same point. Right? Data pushed towards right side. Next, grand total. Right? Next, grand total, subtotal, grand total, subtotal, right? Block total, block, B-L-O-C-K, block total appears. Grand, sub, block. Grand total, subtotal, block total. 3 types of totals can be seen. Right? Now let's understand. Perfect. So, getting bored? If yes, then tell me. We'll stop it. No problem. I'm also not in a mood of teaching. My kids are coming, no? So I'm quite excited. Right? So, okay, right. Account name, stage, amount, billing city, lead source. Perfect. Now, I changed this from tabular to matrix. Automatically, the data will be kicked towards the right side. Where is the data? Here is the data. This piece is the data. Right? The data is pushed towards the right side. Let's understand this first in a paint. Here we go. Your table, your report. Where is my report actually? Your report is here. See, account name, stage, billing city, lead source. Before that, you got one more grid. This is the grid. This is called as grid. That is the reason I said I gave you a point. Grid appears and pushes the data towards the right side. See that it has pushed the data to the right. Your data is red. This is not your data. This is a summary. This is called grid. This is called grid. And this is your report slash data. This is your report slash data. Right? This was not there in summary. Summary, this blue piece was not there. Everything was in the red itself. In the red, the division. Here, divisions will not be seen in data will be pushed. Data will look like as in a tabular only. Anything that you make a change will be seen in the grid. In summary, the changes were seen within the data. Wherever the data is there only is a split is coming. Hyderabad, then second level split, third level split, fourth level split, 3 level splits. First by Hyderabad, then by source, then by type within the data, and then the data is pushing down. After every block, the data is coming in white. Yesterday I was showing you. But here, data will not come down. It will come to the right side. First difference. Matrix report, data is pushed towards the right side. In summary, data was below. Every block below the data is coming up. That four New York, then I highlighted 4, right? Whatever it was, right? Here, the data is pushed towards the right side. Remember this very well. Whenever you want to see the data, you have to see towards the right, not on the front. In summary, it was available on the front. Within the data, the grids were coming up. But here, grid is separated, data is separated. Clear? That is what the report is. Now there we go. Grouping can be done at where? Rows and column. As I do the grouping here, you can see how many groupings are allowed? 2 in column, 2 in row. Now, let's say that character bounded. Okay, fine, no issues. Here, I want city. By city, right? Billing city, I drag. I have grouped by billing city. Next, on the column, I will group by stage. I did 1, 1, 1. See what happens. The grid is occupying the whole space and the data is pushed towards the right side. Let's run the report and see what we did. First, save as OPP MATRIX. Where do you want to save it? In the folder that we created, save. Still my biryani cooking is going on. Distribution is later, right? So now I click on run. Let's understand. All your data is pushed towards the right side. After the grand total is your data. These are your data. This is your data. This is occupied by a grid. You said what? Billing city. Billing city, billing city. Billing city, Austin. Billing city is Austin, right? Here on the top, stages. See, all the stages are coming up: prospecting, qualification, need analysis, value proposition, identifying decision makers, perception, quote, negotiation. So here you have stages. This side you have cities. Let's go to the city called New York. New York. Total New York. How many are there? 10. Total 10. Grand total 10. Subtotal. Grand total 10. Here it is. In New York, total how many deals are there? 10. Out of 10, split is there. Like this you have to see now. How many closed? Closed is this. Scroll down, down, down. 6. 6 closed. Sum is 21 lakh. Average is 350. Next, 2. In which stage? Negotiation. Stage is negotiation. City is this side. Earlier, city, then stage I did. Now, city is this side, stage is here. City is this side, stage is like this. Earlier, city below stage. In summary, how we did? First city, below than that stage, below stage, Telangana deal type. It's like this, right? Called row level. This is a row. In the row level you are doing, this is called row level grouping in summary report. In matrix, row level, column level. I made one row level. City. City is in the row level. Column level, only one grouping, stage. Right? So, clear what I'm saying? Able to read the data? Yes or no? Total 10 deal. We have 10 deal. Total 10 in New York. Out of them, 1. Right? Total 1. 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 1, 9. 9 plus 1, 10. This 1 is in which stage? Need analysis. Going up. Next, This one is in which stage? Go up, price quote. Next, these two are in which stage? Go up, negotiation. Next, the 6 are in which stage? Go up, closed. Now I know the 6. Where is the number? Where is the data? Which are those 6? In summary, the data is to come exactly below, but here the data comes to the right side. So you have to see right. Which are those 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6. Here is the data. Data is toward the right side. Here it is. It's pushed toward the right side. Guys, able to read the data? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. Right. Which are those two? Two are in negotiation stage. 1, 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Which are the two records? These are the two records. Right. If you want to drag and drop a column, you cannot drag and drop in the front. To the right only you can drag and drop. For example, I want to drag, right? I want to drag, what else? Opportunity name. You cannot drag here anywhere. You can drag only, see, right side, because the data is to the right side. Data is to the right side. This blue is a grid. It is automatically populated. Data is, so anytime you want to drag a column, you can drag only to the right side, right? Matrix report. You want to drag one more column, created by. I want to know who created by, Rupam or Sachin. See, I'm dragging. Now you see that account name created by, opportunity name, lead source. I'm dragging and dropping to the other side. Able to understand, right? The data pushes to the right side, a grid, summary grid appears, right? Now, how many level of groupings are possible? 2 in row, 2 in column. We just did 1 and 1. Again, this prospecting inside closed, I want to know how many partner referral, how many walk-ins, how many word of mouth, how many employer referral. How did this we got the 6 deal that is closed? How did you got it? Same way in negotiation also. In negotiation also, it will divide by walk-in, partner, employee, word of mouth. Proposal. Each one of the column will be divided further into 4. Walk-in, partner, employee, word of mouth, 4. That means already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 columns are there. Each column will again divide into 4, 4, 4. That means as soon as I drag here, right, lead source, I will have 32 columns, and the data will be pushed towards the end of the 32th column. The data will be pushed. Able to understand? If I would have created a bucketed field called as Telangana deal type, and if I would have dragged it here in the column, then what would have happened? How many types we created? Bacha, Tupel, Manchi, Kirak. That means closed. In the closed one, how many Kirak closed? How many Bacha closed? How many Manchi closed? How many Top closed? Similarly, negotiation review. How many Bacha negotiation review? How many Top? Each one of the column will have 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So if there are now here 8 columns are there, in each column 4 will come. That means total 32 columns will come. Able to understand? Now I'm saying source, SOU, lead source. I'm dragging and dropping to the second grouping. I'm dragging and dropping to the column grouping, right? As soon as I drag and drop, as I told you, see, prospecting to qualification, system is trying to split. See, closed one, word of mouth, external referral, partner, public relationship, trade show. These many are there. It's split into these. In negotiation review, suppose there is no bacha deal, then system will not put bacha there. Whichever is there, it will put only that. Actually, it should put 32. But maybe in negotiation review, there is no bacha deal, then it will become 31. Because there is no meaning of inserting one extra column because it's pushing the data. Suppose in proposal, there is no crack deal, then the crack deal column will be removed. So how many column now? 30, 31, 30. Like this, the column will reduce if you don't have a data. In this closed one, you see all are there. Bacha is there, top is there, let's assume, and it's showing everything. Here it's showing closed. How many did you close from word of mouth? Right? Scroll down by city, you have to see. Chicago. Okay, let me run this report. This is quite a big report. It's very difficult to see the reports. I will say hide details. I will see only the grid. This is the way the report looks. You have to read this report now properly. Don't worry, there's nothing hard. Let's take New York. We'll focus only this part. Right? We will focus. This is New York. I'm highlighting New York, guys. Okay? New York. I've highlighted New York line. In New York, how many closed? Closed. Here it's showing 6. Out of that, right? In the closed, how many by, right? Let's talk about how many by 3 by external referral, 3 by partner. See, 3, 3. 3 by external referral, 3 by partner. See, web 0, word of mouth, nobody came, right? Public relationship, nobody came. Trade show, we did a exhibition ground a show, but with that we didn't got a single deal. We got a deal only with the external referral and a partner. This is how. Now this 3, where is the 3? The data will be pushed towards the right side. Below this, below the 3, I'll get 1, 1, 1. That one line, one line, one line, one line, one line, one line. That means 3 ones. And you have to see the data towards the right side. Because I have said hide details, the data is not shown. If I say show details, now the same thing, right? New York, I'm highlighting the New York again. How many are there? 6 are there in New York. Out of that, how many? 3 by, what was that? External referral and 3 by partner. Which are those 3? 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 1. And the data is towards the right side. Here is the data. These 3. Here is the data. Right side it will go. Able to understand? Yes or no? At least able to understand the structure? How to read the data? Because by looking at it, most of them can't read the data. By looking at it, 50% people will think, what is this? This is the grid. The data is pushed towards the right side. Able to understand? Yes. Shall we stop today? Your brain is heating up. Poga coming? Any pogas? No pogas? I don't have Nilu also. It's coconut Nilu. I can't throw it on you also if poga comes. Right? So let's meet on Monday, right? Offline. Any doubt? Tell me. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. You can expect a sample report. You can expect a sample data. You can expect a sample structure. They all will give you in an Excel sheet. So whenever you go to the business and say, hey, I want to create this report, right? They will give a requirement. They will say, can you give me the sample report? How does that look? Or can you design how you want to see? They will give it in an Excel sheet. Hey, this is the data and this is the report that we are using. No, they don't give charts because in Excel, They either don't make a chart. Chart you have to make. How? You have to ask them, what do you want to see in the graph? You want to see by city, by this thing, you have to tell them, you have to discuss with them. After it is done, anyhow, you have to send him for UAT testing. There they will say, ilagadu, ala. So business, you will get only sample data, one sample report. That's it, nothing more than that. Right, rows, columns, they will give sample. It'll be easy, don't worry. Whenever you have a hard report, tell him that, sorry, send me what you want to see. Be clear with the client. There's nothing that after developing, breaking your head, then he will shout on you, what is this? This is I don't want, right? So rather than doing that in real time, be clear with your project lead or SME or solution architect. Tell him that tell me, okay, fine. Can you give me one sample in an Excel? Can you show me? This can be done in Excel also. Show me in Excel. Then you do it here. This is how you have to work. Clear? Any other questions? Yes, we have forecast. There is a tab available in Salesforce called as forecasting. Forecasting. With this, you can go with a prediction. You can go ahead with a future prediction, saying that in May, how many orders might come. Looking at the past 8 quarters or 8 months data, system can predict future. We call them as forecast. Sorry. Yeah, these are all analytics. What you're doing. Yeah, you can. All these things can be done in forecast. Here, if you want to do ratios and everything, then what you have to do, you have to write a logic, calculate the data, store in the table, use that data in the report. Here also we can do ratio, but in the report we cannot calculate the ratios. With the taking the field, you have to write a logic which we'll do in Apex program. You want median, mode, right? Sign, costs, all these things we'll do in Apex code, and that Apex code will feed the report. Getting it? Here, structure, source. That's it. Currently, the source is table. When we learn Apex, source will be Apex plus data. From the table, you will take the data to the Apex. You will write your sine theta equals to cos theta by 2 tan theta. You will calculate there, and that result you will pass it to report, and then the report will populate. If a calculation is wrong, report is wrong. Forecast. Okay, there we go. Plus, is there or not there? But it was there. So look for forecast. F. Can you see forecast anywhere? It will be there. Here it is. Here you can do forecast. Right? Go ahead, do it. But this is a paid. You cannot do anything. It's a paid version. Forecasting is a paid. You see, there is no forecast. Plan your sales pipeline, right? So you can plan everything, right? Any other questions? Offline? Any questions? Thank you. Have a nice and wonderful day. Happy weekend, right? Please keep practicing Salesforce reporting. Don't waste your time in the weekend. You're seeing how the matrix is looking. You have to spend in an interview, in a real-time work. These are your job to do it. You have to build it. So don't ignore these all. Otherwise, I would have not spent 2 or 3 classes in this. If that would have not important, I'd have gone. But I'm trying to spend as much as scenarios I can, right? So that you understand the reports and graphs and dashboard. I could have taken account table, contact table. I could have created a simple report and I'd have said that done. But I've taken revenue figures because in the real time, these revenues will create a lot of problems. Revenues, margins, right? So please practice. Have a nice and wonderful day. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Take care. Online, wait for a minute. I'm coming to you. Yes, online guys, tell me. Online guys, you can now speak, no issues.
Hello, Rupam.
Yes, tell me.
So, how will you decide like which report I need to use in real time? Like, is
Let
it
us complete the
startup?
joint. I'll tell you that. In Monday's class, I'll
Okay.
tell you. Right?
Okay.
Which
So
report?
it's
Yeah, let
okay.
us cycle, let us cook the biryani first, then we'll talk about, right, whom to give how much, when to give, and by the way, when to cook what type of biryani, dum biryani or fry biryani, right? We'll see that.
Okay. Okay.
Next, anything else? My battery is dying, make it fast. I have only
Hello,
8% remaining. Yes, tell me.
can we make a charts from matrix report?
Yes, we can. We can make a chart for matrix report, right? Any other questions? Any other questions?
And Rupam,
Mm-hmm.
so if
Tell
you
me.
select any two different things on the y-axis, so it doesn't
Mhm.
depend on the range or anything, right? So you can select any selection. You can do the any selection on the
If you
y-axis.
take 2y, ranges is calculated automatically by the system. We cannot select the range. That's again
Okay.
a drawback. That's again a drawback. We cannot
Mm.
select a range. We cannot select colors. You cannot change the colors. You cannot
Mm.
change font style, right?
Mm. That
So these are
system
some,
decided. Okay.
right? These are the system defined values. See,
Okay.
1, 2, 4. I want the range in thousands. System will not allow. It will take only in lakhs. It will take its own decision of the range, right?
Okay. Mm.
Any other questions?
Upam, while doing summary report, do we suppose while doing, if I do have more than means right now we are doing a small amount of records only, small amount of data only we are taking. Suppose if you are getting a more amount of data, at that time will it means after some records it will create another graph automatically, or we need to
No,
take
on the
some
same
particular
graph.
records?
It will create a same graph. I thought that you would be asking something different question, right? Suddenly you changed your track. I was thinking that you're about to hit the nail, but you missed it,
Oh.
right? No, it will, to answer your question, on the same graph, let it be millions of data will be populated. Now, what was the question I was expecting when you started this topic? I was expecting that you'll ask me that if there is a million records, the refresh of a graph or the report will take time. How will you manage that? Right? Suppose there are 10 lakh data. 10 lakh data has to be processed, right? You are creating, I told you 2 tan theta plus 3 cos theta formula I am placing and I'm calculating the value and then I am placing the value in the report. This calculation will take time, obviously. How will you handle this? Then we will learn a new concept which we left in the data management called as big object. Big object, which we'll see Monday class. I will tell you how to handle this in real time. Right? Next question. Anybody? మీరు ఈరోజు పవర్ ఆన్ చేయలేదు. పవర్ లేదు మరి. ఇది పెట్టుకున్నా కదా ఇళ్ళలో పవర్ రావట్లేదు చూసిందే.